Hello guys and welcome back to another CSGO video. Now today I'll be showing you guys a simple guide for organizing your team's economy in competitive matchmaking and the best options for different amounts of money for each round. Now before I start I just want to say that the videos hopefully will be more frequent as my exams are now over, and hopefully my mic should sound a lot better because I got a much greater quality microphone. Now timestamps are going to be in the description. I highly recommend using them, especially for this video, as it's probably going to be quite long and it's going to have many within structures, and this video only really accounts for most situations, but I'm going to be getting into that during and after the video, so be sure to stay around for the conclusion. So to start with the most important rounds in the entire game, the pistol rounds. Now winning these rounds gives you a very strong chance at winning the following 2 rounds after, and if you can do this on both sides then this is a 6-round advantage in a 16-round game, so that is actually pretty damn incredible. Now in terms of what to buy, there isn't really too much I can say other than the 4 main classes that people tend to choose, and now in order of popularity it usually goes body armor being the #1 choice, then the $500 pistol option, then grenades, maybe a P250, and finally some people usually pick up the defuse kits. Now this is really the only round where you can think on what you want to choose for yourself without too much team thought, but obviously if you're CT side it is extremely useful to get grenades to stop a rush, and a defuse kit is also useful, but most of the time it's not actually needed, and getting armor is probably more useful because in terms the round is more focused on kills. Now for terrorists though, they definitely need to focus on that bomb plan as it guarantees a buy round on round 3, but I'll get into that in a minute. So the second round is the team's first major decision. Now depending on how well the first round goes depends on what choice you should make. Okay, so let's start off with if you win the pistol round. Your entire team should then buy armor and a helmet, and then buy into either an SMG, a shotgun because they give you lots of money bonus, or maybe the lighter rifles. Now never ever buy the main rifles, being the AK-47, the M4s, SG AUG, or even the AWP if you can afford it somehow. Now this is because you're going to be going against 4 spies, which is easier sure, but it's still not a guaranteed win, as pistols can be extremely effective if they want to be, and if you do lose to these pistols then you've just given the enemy team an extremely good buy for the next round, which leaves you in a very tough situation. Plus killing pistols with main rifles compared to SMGs isn't much more of a benefit anyway, and in fact a lot of the time you just want to be racking in the easy money while you can get it, so going with the SMG and shotgun is just so much more of a better option. But if the pistol round was lost, then this is a very tough decision to be made. So for terrorist side, if you get the bomb plant then you need to fully eco, because this means you'll have about $2,000 to $3,000 and then will receive a further $1,900 for the next round loss bonus, leaving you with a tidy $4,000 to $5,000 budget for the third round. However, if you did not get the bomb plant, then the best option for you is to force buy helmet and armor, maybe the $500 pistol to go alongside it, and attempt this bomb plant again. Trying to get the bomb plant in the first 2 rounds is as crucial for terrorist side as it can be. Now the reason this is the best option is because whether you win or lose this force buy on round 2, you won't be able to fully buy until round 4 either way. So you may as well force up and give your team the best chance at a bomb plant, and a better chance at saving a weapon or maybe even winning the round. For CT side, there's no extra money for the defuse with the loss, otherwise you would have won the round. So unfortunately, you're pretty screwed. The best option is to force this round with helmet, armor and a pistol and attempt to save a weapon or get as many possible kills as you can to help lower the terrorist economy total. Because each kill you get lowers them a weapon, which means they'll have to rebuy it, and it just helps dink away that money they're going to start building pretty fast. So we've made it to round 3. If you've managed to win the second round, then you should be in a very good shape, and if you won the force rounds then you'll be in even better shape, as this means the opposition should be on an eco. However, a force is never out of the question, so be careful to track how many kills or even knife kills that the enemy team get each round to get a better sense of what they could have. However, if you still haven't won a round yet and it's round 3, now it's time for the eco. That's if you forced up to round 2, which is probably the best option in most situations. However, the money could vary, so to sum it up, if your team has mostly money below 2 grand, then you should fully eco or maybe buy a P250. If the money is between $2,000 to $3,000, then buy a decent pistol and try to go for a kill. Now if the money is between $3,000 to $4,000, then you're probably best off buying armor and a pistol, and that means next round you'll be able to full buy. So losing the first 2 rounds should mean that no one on the team has much more than $4,000. But if they do, because they've gotten saving or they've been getting knife kills or they've been getting all the kills on your team and getting that 300 bonus, then you either need to make them drop you some pistols to help out each individual's economy, or you can attempt to force with SMG and armor. However, this is highly risky and it could further screw you if you lose. Sometimes the fast pushes can win you the round and the risks do pay off. One thing to really think about is if you're in a situation like this, is that the money you have isn't really your money, it's the team's money that you own. So never think that, say you have 8 grand and the rest of your team have 2 grand, never think that, oh look, they fucked up their economy and I've got the most money, I'm the smartest person here, because sure, that may or may not be the case, but that 8 grand needs to be shared. It's not a single player game, you can't 1v5 every single time. So you do need to split the money up, because believe it or not, you need your team to win this game. Higher ranked CSGO players will begin to realize that in some cases, utility is actually greater than a weapon. So on the rounds that you need to buy, sometimes restricting your weapon choice to buy grenades or kits can be extremely useful. However, this isn't always the case. For example, if you keep dying to an AWP on long from range maybe, don't restrict yourself to closer ranged weapons just so you can buy grenades, as you'll still have the long range advantage. This is unless you're gonna of course rush the position with a few smokes and flashbangs, which could be risky, but in the end it could pay off and you may win around from this. Deciding when to eco or force is a very crucial team decision, as sometimes it can be very unclear to some people. The main thing to keep an eye on is round loss bonus. So for every consecutive round loss, you gain an extra $500 on top of a $1,400 base. Now this goes up to 5 losses, resulting in a total max loss bonus of $3,400, which is pretty much a light buy, but if you eco this once, you can easily full buy. As shown here, 1 loss is $1,400, 2 losses is $19, 3 is $2,400, 4 is $2,900, and 5 is $3,400. So as you can see, when you're on 4 to 5 losses, just ecoing one round easily puts you above 6 grand each, so that's easily enough money to full buy with AWPs, armor or M4s, armor and nades, etc. You can do anything you want, but of course you're gonna need that 1 round eco. Another thing to note, if buying armor and a pistol still leaves enough money for you and your team to fully buy next round because of the loss bonus, then you should always force, as it gives your team the best chance to win the round. And finally, the last round. This is a simple decision for you and hopefully your teammates. I recommend a full neg armor buy if you're low on cash, but you know, the M249 armor option is there for the high rollers if you want it. Obviously this could result in a loss, but if you have rounds to throw away, then it's always fun to do so. So to conclude, this video will never cover all the situations for an average game. Like I said at the start, this will clearly not cover every single different thing that can happen, but you want to use this as a basis and discuss the rest with your team live in the game, because buying and deciding together as a unit in the end is always the better choice, unless they're complete idiots. And if you're stuck with that one guy who just ignores the whole team, has them all on mute, and just saves up for an AWP and buys it whenever he can afford it and dies immediately, well then there's the useful solution of the kick player. However, if it fails or he's got someone with him to stop him from getting kicked, then no worries guys, the abandoned match option always has your back. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have some better ideas to suggest or you wish to discuss more, then hit me up in the comments, and until then guys, I'll see you in the next video.